You want to start?
No.
Hello. Such a pain. So I put out a post last week for questions that people may have had. We've also gone through a few of our videos to find any questions. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. I was going to do another one. Well, I guess we were, not just me. But I forgot that I work today, so I didn't want to try to rush that. So for those that have questions or sending questions, thank you. If you have any others, feel free to write them on this video and we'll address them later. So I guess you have questions written down?
Yes, I do. Do you want to do ALS related first or personal questions first?
I don't care. Whatever.
Well, everyone's here for ALS, so we'll do
Sweet.
those first. And then if you're not interested in our personal life, you can back out. Okay, so first question is, what symptoms are you having now?
The fasciculation, so that I feel like I'm in court. So the muscle tremors. I'm sure as we sit here, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up. My left arm is by far the worst. My left bicep, and I mean, it's not going to do anything right now because it has the tension on it. I've noticed some just random places throughout my body. Yesterday I was noticing it on my shin, which was weird.
It's a weird place.
And then biceps on both arms. I felt them in my thighs. I've felt them in my eyelids, but it's weird. It's not a consistent thing. It is like the only ones that are consistent are the main muscle groups, so thighs and biceps. But like the eyelid ones, I haven't felt those in a long time. I have felt them on my nose before, and like I said, I haven't felt that in a while either. So those come and go. The other symptoms that I can think of is the atrophy, mainly in my hands. I don't know how well we can see it. So I guess hold up your hand.
What, compare?
Yeah, can we compare?
So you can even look at your own hand. You've got a fat pad here, and Hayden doesn't have one anymore. It is like flat.
I can't turn my hand that way.
You can't turn your hand that way.
There we go. Yeah.
I don't know. There's no fat pad here. It's gone.
And then also the atrophy.
Right here in your hand, you've also got a fat pad.
And then in between each individual finger.
And his is like non-existent.
That doesn't affect me too much.
No.
Like I'm still able to do everything I need to do day to day and at work. The biggest issue I have with that is just opening freaking candy and snacks for my kids. And they always run up to me, Dad, open this. I'm like, oh, way to pick me. Awesome. Anyway. Yeah. So
You're always so proud when you can get something open.
I have to let her know. I'm like, I did it.
I did it.
So that's fun. Anyway.
Well, I like that. Okay, so next question is, what is the primary cause of ALS? This one's a little longer, so hold on.
Okay.
Can it occur in healthy individuals who lead healthy lifestyles? I've heard it's a genetic disease.
So I guess we'll start. I'm going to start at the back and work my way forward.
Okay.
So is it a genetic disease? It can be. Mine is not. The majority of cases is not. I think it's about 10% that is a genetic disorder. When I was diagnosed and went up to the ALS clinic, we did a few different blood draws and things like that. And for the sole purpose of finding out if it was genetic, so if we had to worry about it for our girls. Mine came back, it was none of the genes that they know of that contribute to ALS were affected. So,
Yep.
yeah. So it can be. Mine is not. What's the next part of that question?
Can it occur in healthy individuals who have healthy lifestyles? Yes.
Yes. It's kind of indiscriminate on who it affects. I mean, not that I've lived the healthiest of lifestyle, but I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do hard drugs. I had,
You don't do any drugs.
good point.
That makes it sound like you do some. Sorry.
I don't do any illegal substances. I wasn't even taking any prescription meds at, I mean, yeah, at that time. So relatively healthy in the sense of like I could go work out, I could go run, and I could do all that and not be weary and not faint. But yeah, it still got me. Good times.
Yes.
And then the final part of that question.
What is the primary cause of ALS?
It's a good question. Who knows?
Who knows?
The doctors don't. I don't. And yeah, so I think if they knew a cause, they'd be closer to a cure. But yeah.
So next one is it PLS? Could it be PLS?
Do I have PLS?
Do you have, yeah.
Do I have PLS? No. This was actually something that was brought up in one of our first appointments up at the ALS clinic. Carissa obviously was doing a lot of research at that time, and she brought it up to the doctors, and they basically told you, and correct me if I'm wrong, that PLS only affects the upper or lower, not both, mainly the upper.
I think it's just upper.
Just upper.
Could be wrong.
But I have the nerve damage, the dying nerves throughout my body from the different tests that I've done. So it's highly unlikely that it's PLS. And yeah.
Yeah. So they said that his upper and motor neurons are affected. So that excludes PLS. So it won't be that. Is it Lyme's disease?
No, it's not that either. One of my main neurologists, Dr. Gibson, right? Is it her name?
Yes, I think so.
She basically said her sole purpose is to find out that it's not ALS. They want it to be anything but. And so the Lyme's disease, the PLS, the flail-arm syndrome, all those different things they've looked into, and the boxes just aren't checked for that for me. So, and I know Lyme's disease can mirror basically what ALS does, but yeah, it's not me. Didn't draw that straw.
There is a blood test for Lyme's disease, so it's really simple to rule out. And he got that, and it was negative.
I think I've got it 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not Lyme's disease, sadly. What is something you wish more people understood about living with ALS?
So that's a hard question for me, just because I don't know. I think it would be a hard question for anyone with ALS to answer because it's so different for anybody. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Where in my case, I'm progressing slow and all that. I guess what I would want people to understand is that I'm not dead yet. That I'm more than willing and capable to do the things that I've always been able to do. So I think that's what I would want people to know. And that's, I'm sure, going to change as I progress further. But as of now, that's probably the best answer I can give for myself. Like I said, it's so different for everybody that that would be a hard one to just put a blanket statement over.
Are you experiencing excruciating pain?
No. I have pain. I think the best comparison that I can do for it is kind of arthritic pain in my joints, especially my fingers, but it's not a constant thing. It comes and goes. Like right now, I don't have any pain at all. And I think I said this in one of my last videos, is I started to hyper focus on different pains, and I think, is that the ALS? Is that the disease progressing, or is that just me? Is that just my body? So I don't know if the joint pain I am feeling is part of the ALS, or if it's just me being a wuss. So that's the most pain that I've really paid attention to. Also, I've felt some pain on the bottom of my foot, but again, that comes and goes, and I don't know if that is the disease itself or just my body being upset about something else. So,
Have you had a pulmonary function test, and are you having any respiratory problems?
so I don't know if I've had a pulmonary function test.
I think that's your breathing one, where they plug your nose.
Have I
and you
done
blow.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, then I've done that. And it was well above normal, meaning that my lungs have not been affected. I do know that lungs will end up, not so much your lungs, but your diaphragm will be affected.
Yeah.
But as of now, that has not been affected. That's something we do at the ALS clinic. I didn't know that was the pulmonary function test. I was going to say I have done breathing test, but
That's what that is.
something is in my eye and it is bugging me. Give me a second. Let me recoup. Okay. But yeah, so that's something we'll do at the appointment, and so far so good. But yeah.
Any respiratory problems?
No. The only thing that I can note to that is I had a chest cold back in September, and it took me an abnormally long amount of time to get over that. And I had a post-infection cough
Yeah.
for probably about a month. But I'm finally over that, so I still feel like I'm breathing fine, and I don't experience shortness of breath, which I'm super grateful for. So.
And then the last one with our ALS questions related is, are we keeping our house? Like, are we remodeling? Is it wheelchair accessible? Like all that.
As far as I know, we're keeping our house. So we built this house 4 years ago, and we've kind of made it our.
I'm gonna die here.
Join the club.
Oh my gosh. Hayden.
You said it.
I didn't know. I didn't realize it was gonna come out. Oh, good feeling gone. Okay.
So we built it. It's so funny.
That's Hayden's humor through it.
So yeah, we built it kind of to be our forever home. There's some things we wanted in addition to this, so I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be our forever home. There's going to be things that need to be addressed. There's going to need to be a wheelchair ramp out the front door and out in the garage. Luckily, we both come from homes where our fathers are handymans. I can fake my way through a bunch of woodworking stuff. So that's going to be something I address in the future, and I will, and I'm sure your dad and my dad will help in getting that set up. As for the house itself, I think it's relatively wheelchair accessible. It's an open floor plan. Um, the one thing that I do know that's going to have to be remodeled or changed in slight variations is going to be our bathroom for showering and other bathroom needs. So that's going to be fun. I don't like talking about that part. I'm fine with talking about the shower, but yeah. So
Yeah, like our toilet is in its own little room. So it's like we're going to have to break down all the walls and just kind of make it more of an open
yeah.
floor plan, I would assume.
Luckily, it's not
But
like load bearing walls or anything like that. So that will be, again, a relatively easy change. So, yeah.
so on to the personal questions that people asked. We had a few of those.
Oh, yay.
We'll kind of break this one in two. Favorite thing to do for yourself?
For myself. What do you mean, my favorite thing to do for myself? I enjoy what I'll just take it as kind of my hobbies.
That's how I would take it.
I like to go out. I really enjoy shooting guns. That was a big thing that I did before. So shooting guns, hiking, hunting. I hate fishing. Yeah, my brother loves it because he's stupid. Anyway,
Just wants you to go.
I know. I think he watches these, so.
Hi, Kyle. Are you a jazz fan?
I am not a sports fan at all. If I'm at the game, if I'm there, like in the arenas or stadiums, I can watch them and they're fun, but I cannot sit there and watch them on TV. It doesn't interest me at all. I mean, so yeah, that being said, I mean, I played a bunch of Xbox and video games. And so I'm sure people that watch sports are like, yeah, but you do that, so that's stupid. But yeah, waste of time anyway, and I don't do that anymore either. So,
No. Favorite food?
favorite food? I don't know.
Steak? I don't know.
I love a good steak. Good steak. Yeah, it just depends on where I'm going, but yeah, a good steak. I guess we'll go with that.
Fun Christmas traditions.
One thing that I did growing up at least was we'd always go up to the Temple Square here in Utah and see all the lights. For the past few years, that hasn't been an opportunity. They're starting it up again this year, but I'm missing that for work.
This year.
Yeah, this year.
To work.
Yep. So yeah, that's probably one of our main Christmas traditions. Gifts exchange with our extended families and things like that. We draw names for either my side and her side, and kind of just give family gifts and things like that. It's kind of the basic traditions we have. So.
I'll add a couple.
Oh, okay.
We do Festival of Lights every year. That is a thing they do in Spanish Fork. A thing I enjoy doing for the girls is they get Christmas pajamas on the first day of December. And then they also get an advent calendar. I try to tailor it to kind of what they're into that year in a way. So
This was my Christmas traditions, not theirs.
it's our family.
Oh, okay.
He's such a fun one. There was actually a question for me, which I was shocked, but thanks. What are my hobbies? She said other than volleyball, because I think that was the only one that I could come up on the spot with. I haven't done volleyball since high school. But, so I thought about it a little bit, and some hobbies that I really enjoy are just crafting. I myself I don't have a craft mind, but if I see something on Pinterest or something and I can like copy it and recreate it. I enjoy doing that. I'm, I guess, good at that. I don't know. I love doing like paint by numbers. I can be lost doing those. I like doing puzzles.
The problem with her is once she starts one of those things, is she gets sucked into it,
I'm zoned in.
and yeah,
I don't realize that hours have passed by, and I'm like, whoops. But yeah, I love crafting and doing stuff like that. I can sew a little bit. I don't know, just that type of stuff. Okay, next question. What activities did you do in high school, and were you popular?
I was not popular. I was popular in the group of friends that I ran around with, which consisted of Carissa and our friend Joe. Yeah, so popular, no. And I think the reason for that is because I did not like high school. I did not like the kind of high school mentality of, oh, you're not a jock, you don't need to deal with us. Like just all the different, I guess, segregation. That's not the right word, but
Cliques, groups.
yeah, I hated that. And I didn't put up with it. So, and I think that's why I got in a few arguments because I didn't put up with it. And yeah, so I liked high school for the fact of going and learning and doing all that. I didn't like high school for the cliques and crap like that. I don't have time for that. And then what did I like to do in high school besides hang out with Carissa? I was on our swim team. We actually, so our sophomore year, we didn't have a swim team in our school, but that's something I did growing up. I was on a few club teams and things like that. And so when we got to our junior year, we went to a brand new high school. They had just built it, and the faculty was basically, if there's something the students want to do, there have to be at least X amount, and you have to have a teacher to support it. And so me and my buddy, we literally ran around the school just grabbing people. I don't care if you're interested or not. We're getting in here. We're going to set up a swim team. So at that meeting, I think we had like 40 to 50 people. And so that we started a swim team there. And that 40 to 50 people dwindled down to like 10 or 12. So yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed that for the most part. But yeah, made it to state in one of my events, and then ended up I made it to state in a few events, and then I ended up out dying there. And I guess that can be another story for another time. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next question. Any hobbies you want to try?
Hobbies I want to try. I'm pretty set in my ways. I do what I like to do. So, as for new hobbies, I don't know. I would like to expand my hobbies, especially my hunting. I would like to go hunt some exotic game and things like that. That's something that I would really like to do, just for the experience. And yeah, if I could bring like my girls along with me, that would be awesome. But I don't know how realistic that is. But yeah, that would be probably a new hobby I'd like to try. And then Carissa and me are going to go skydiving.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, I don't think it would be. I would cry like a little girl the entire time.
You wouldn't even do the swing at Glenwood Springs.
Yeah, but I'm not attached to anyone. The skydiving, you're at least tandem jumping, and whether you want
the machine that's on the ground, and
yeah, that's gonna break.
Your parachute's not gonna open.
The thin nylon's perfectly okay.
Got it. I see that. Oh my goodness. Any new places you want to go?
I don't know. There's a lot of places that I haven't been. So sure, wherever. One of the things Carissa and I actually were working towards, and we were going to start doing, because we were finally in that position to do it, until all this came along and kind of ruined that idea, was we were planning on just kind of going to every state. And we were actually planning a trip to Maine is kind of the first place we were talking about going. And then this all happened and put a kibosh to that. So that'd be still cool, kind of go throughout the different states. But if time allows, we will. If not, it is what it is. So
We talked about Alaska. Is that somewhere you want to
Alaska
go?
would be awesome. To do a moose hunt in Alaska or a bear hunt, that would be freaking fun. But that's going back to the previous question as well. But Alaska would be cool. It just looks way pretty.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to go to.
Okay, your last question. Favorite memory with your 3 sweet girls?
Oh, 3 sweet girls? We don't have sweet girls. We have little brats. No, I don't know. It's hard to pick just one memory from them. One thing I really like about Reagan, so our middle child, is she's basically a mini me. She's me in a girl form. And it's so funny to watch because I'll sit there and get mad at her. And like, if my family's around, they're like, why? That's exactly what you would be doing. I'm like, I know, but it's annoying. And they just look at me like, yeah, we know. I'm like, oh, that's rude. Uh, with Callie, it's just fun to watch her and how sweet and tender she is. She's a little bit of a kiss butt and tattletale, but it's funny to watch. And Oakley, our demon child, I I do have one specific memory for Oakley, and it was when she was first born. She was a couple months old. Carissa went back to work, and I was playing Mr. Mom, and I'm under the thoughts and feelings of they will eat when they are hungry. I'm not going to sit there and try to force feed them. If she doesn't want the bottle, I'm not going to sit there and you got to take this. She will eventually eat, right? And nope, not Oakley. She is stubborn, and it got to so the first day she just would not take the bottle, would not. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I call Carissa, and she's like, all right, well, I'll be home in a bit, and we'll handle it then. So went and fed her when she got home. She was fine. The next day, same thing. Would not take the bottle. Fought me every step of the way. Would probably just get just enough milk to satisfy her, but she would not eat it. And finally, I just got to the point. I'm like, I don't know what else to do. So I call Carissa. I'm like, I'm bringing her down to you, so you can feed her. So drove down to Carissa's work. Luckily, she doesn't live too far away, or work too far away. And I just remember Oakley sitting there screaming the entire way, just pissed. And we get to Carissa's work. Carissa comes out. And I already had her out of her car seat, just sitting in the car. And she's still just screaming and pissed. And I hand her over to Carissa. And that little brat, she knew exactly what she did, turns and looks at me and just smiles. I'm like, oh, I swear to you. Gosh.
Yeah,
So,
like the instant stop crying, then it's like,
oh,
she knew what she was
yeah.
doing.
Yeah. And
That girl never took a bottle, by the way.
Yeah. It was constantly driving down. That turned in my days off, was driving to Carissa's work. So.
Yeah. Multiple times a day so I could feed her.
Yeah, it was fun. But she's still like that, very stubborn.
She is.
Which as a parent is super frustrating now, but I think it's going to serve her well. So can't be too upset about it. So yeah, I think that covers all the questions that we were given. So if you have any others, feel free to write them down. We are more than happy to address them. And so yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks for dealing with us.
Yep.
Love you, but
Me or them?
you.
Oh, thank you.
Anytime. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful day.